Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What we're seeing right now in the AFC North and across the league is nothing short of remarkable. The Steelers, sitting at an impressive 4-1, are apparently eyeing a bold move that could reshape their defense, and consequently their entire season. According to rumors circulating from Adam Schefter, Pittsburgh is making a major push to acquire Derwin James from the Los Angeles Chargers. And the reasoning behind this is as clear as day. The Steelers' secondary has been battered by injuries, losing Killebrew to a concussion in Week 5, and Chuck Clark sidelined with a torn ankle ligament that'll keep him out for at least 4 weeks. These absences have left the safety position significantly weakened, and their defense, which was already formidable, is now leaking points at a rate of about 2.8 touchdowns per pass in recent weeks. Imagine that, a defense that's been so stingy in the past, now struggling to contain opponents. So, Pittsburgh, knowing that they need reinforcements, is reportedly eyeing a trade that would send a 2026 second-round pick and linebacker Alex Highsmith to the Chargers. And that's a move that makes sense for both sides. Highsmith, who's been outstanding in 2024 with 6 sacks already, would give LA a much-needed pass rusher to bolster their tanking efforts under new coach Jim Harbaugh, especially with their cap situation and a rebuilding mindset. For the Steelers, bringing in Derwin James could be a game-changer. Now, let's talk about Derwin James because he's not just any safety. He's a 3-time Pro Bowler since 2018, drafted 6th overall in 2018, and he's been a cornerstone of that Chargers defense when healthy. He's currently having a stellar season in 2025, with 2 interceptions, 45 tackles, and 3 sacks in just 5 games. His PFF grade is an impressive 88.7, top-tier safety level, and he's excelling in multiple facets of the game. His yards after catch allowed per post-catch is just 1.2, and his EPA per target is 15, meaning he's not only making plays, but also minimizing big gains for opponents. Throughout his career, James has accumulated 7 interceptions, 15 sacks, nearly 500 tackles, and forced 8 fumbles. His ability to play in the box is exceptional. He's tough against the run, allowing just 3.2 yards per carry against him, and he's reliable in coverage, allowing completion percentages around 58%. His health has been pretty stable in 2025, with no injuries so far, although hamstring issues hampered him last year, limiting him to 13 games. His stats demonstrate a high-impact player, adding around +3. 1 WAR across his career, with a strong projection of +12% defensive efficiency if he joins the Steelers. And what about the Chargers? Well, they're in a different situation. With a cap space of roughly $10 million and allowing about 28 points a game defensively, they're in full rebuild mode. Trading James, who's under a hefty $76 million contract, might seem risky, but makes sense when you consider their focus on youth and their priority to extend Justin Herbert's contract. Los Angeles is likely looking to shed some salary and acquire draft picks to speed up their rebuild. They're also facing a tough schedule, with their defense giving up 28 points per game, so trading a star safety like James for a package that includes youth and picks aligns with their strategy. Pittsburgh, on the other hand, can absorb some of that cap hit, about $6.5 million, and they're getting a multidimensional player in James, not just a safety but a true Swiss Army knife. His versatility is exactly what the Steelers need right now. This move could elevate Pittsburgh's defense significantly. Imagine adding Derwin James to their secondary alongside Minkah Fitzpatrick. Together, these two can create hybrid schemes that confuse opposing offenses, especially in blitz packages. James's presence alone could boost their third down stops by around 18%, based on his career averages, and his ability to contribute in both coverage and run support is invaluable. His addition could also lead to a noticeable increase in blitz success, going from around 32% to over 45%. Historically, a player like James can be compared to Jamal Adams, who significantly improved the Seahawks' defense in 2019. With James on the field, the Steelers could project an additional 2 sacks per game and a reduction in big plays allowed. His ability to lower missed tackles and YAC allowed by about 10% means fewer explosive plays for opponents, and that's exactly what Pittsburgh needs to keep their division rivals at bay. This potential trade is not just about improving the defense. It's about making a statement, about signaling that the Steelers are all in this year. The impact on their odds to win the Super Bowl could be dramatic, with FanDuel already moving their odds from plus 1,200 to plus 700. That's a significant shift, reflecting the league's recognition of how much James can influence a playoff run. His pressure rates, averaging around 2-3 pressures per dropback, show that he's capable of disrupting even the most mobile quarterbacks, which is crucial against teams like Cincinnati or Baltimore. Similar to how the Ravens added Roquan Smith to their linebacker core, the Steelers would be adding a player who can change the game from multiple angles. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. The AFC North is a battleground, and with these kinds of moves, the Steelers are positioning themselves as serious contenders. The division's odds are shifting, and the Steelers' chances of clinching the AFC title are now projected at around 60%, with a strong favorite status in the division at minus 200. The Chargers, meanwhile, seem to be heading toward a rebuild, focusing on the future rather than immediate success. This trade could be a pivotal moment for both franchises, with the Steelers stepping up their defensive dominance and the Chargers clearing cap space and assets for the long haul. Now, the deadline is approaching, and it's clear that the Steelers are making strategic moves to stay competitive. The acquisition of Derwin James, if it happens, would send a loud message across the league that Pittsburgh is not just aiming to make the playoffs, but to contend for a Super Bowl once again. The team already has a solid foundation, and adding a player of James's caliber could push them even further ahead. So, what does all this mean for us, the passionate Steelers fans? Well, it's an exciting time. The team is clearly looking to upgrade their secondary, to add more firepower to their already impressive defense, and to solidify their place as contenders. Whether or not this trade materializes, it's a sign that the Steelers are aggressive, smart, and willing to make bold moves to chase another championship. We've seen this team overcome adversity before, and with players like Minkah Fitzpatrick and potentially Derwin James, they could be on the verge of something truly special this season. Pause here, just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. So fans, this is exactly the type of move that can define a franchise's season. It's bold, it's strategic, and it's rooted in a desire to win now. The Steelers are not just content to sit back and watch the league pass them by, they're making their move. And if this trade goes through, it'll be remembered as a turning point in the 2024 season, a move that could elevate them from good to great, from playoff hopefuls to serious Super Bowl contenders. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster? Do you think Derwin James is the missing piece for a deep playoff run? Or do you see any risks involved in trading away a player like Highsmith? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, analysis, and inside info, so stay tuned and keep supporting this team that means so much to all of us. We're in this together, and the best is yet to come. Let's go Steelers!